All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final webinar of the week. My name is Andrew Newman. We've got Glenn Buchanan here on the line with us. I do apologize for the late start that we had getting in here. We have a little bit of a glitch with the Zoom room logging in. But other than that, we are ready to rock and roll here, be able to answer any questions you have about ClickFunnels. Now, while you queue your questions up, I'll go over a couple of housekeeping tips just to kind of keep us on track and keep us on topic. What we'll be able to answer here on the webinar are questions related to ClickFunnels in general, anything that is specific to your account, something that would require us to log into your account and take a look at what might be going on. Is not something that we're actually able to do or troubleshoot here on the webinar. However, if you do have a question about setting something up, you're more than welcome to ask that, and we'll be able to walk you through that process. And if that's the process by which you have followed, it would actually be best to open up a support request right down here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You can simply click on that button that says Get Help. And we do have live support agents standing by to assist you with those questions. Also, anything related to strategy or marketing or anything of that nature, that's something that we won't be able to actually answer live here on the call. Things like best practices in which how to set up your funnel, or the best way to get some of your subscribers over to different lists and whatnot. That's fine. We can answer those. But things that are related to marketing or anything of that nature, we'll direct you to our Facebook community or some of Russell's training that we have available here to be able to help you with those types of questions. It's just not something we're equipped to answer here on this particular webinar. But outside of that, every other question is fair game, so feel free to bring those along here. We'll be here for about 45 minutes or so to be able to answer everybody's questions and going forward with that. So Glenn, hopefully we have some questions lined up, ready to rock and roll. Let me know if we have good news.
We do. We have Ben joining us again today. Hey Ben, he has a question in regards to payment gateways. Is it possible to use Stripe and PayPal as a payment option, or just one or the other? How about Amazon Pay? Can you show us how we would do this?
Okay, absolutely. So as far as Amazon Pay, I don't actually know how that works. I've never personally used it. However, you can use Stripe and PayPal at the same time. Now, Stripe it behaves a little bit differently, obviously, than Stripe or PayPal. So Stripe, you would want to set up on your order form in a funnel. So in this case, we just have a blank funnel, and we're going to set up 2 pages. One of those pages is going to be an opt-in. The other one will be our order form page, and we'll show you how to set up the option for somebody to pay either with a credit card on the order form or offsite with PayPal, which is how PayPal works. So we just randomly select a template for our initial opt-in, and then they'll go over here to our secondary page, which will be an order page versus a thank you page. So in this case, I'm going to add a new step, call it an order page. Grab our order form, and then this actually won't work necessarily on a 2-step order form in the event that you wanted to use that. You'd want to use a flat order form where you can have an option for them to choose whichever one they want. We're just going to go ahead and select this particular template for this purpose. Now, once we have this, we need to simply set up our product on this particular page. And this will be set up with Stripe or whatever payment processor we've integrated with this particular form. Now, I'm not going to go through those steps here on this particular page because obviously we know how to do that. But the real question, the real answer that you're looking for is how do I add PayPal as well? And the way that you would do that is quite simple. You simply go here to your settings tab, and then you integrate with PayPal. And obviously, we have a document up here under the help section that will walk you through PayPal because here on the webinar, I can't log into a PayPal account to create the product. However, what you would do is simply scroll all the way down to the bottom here where you have your third-party membership access. Go ahead and add that product. And when you do so, you'll be able to get the URL down here, which is your IPN, this is your instant payment notification. This is what's going to communicate back and forth with PayPal. Now, inside of PayPal is where you will actually create the product. You can refer to PayPal's documents on how to create a product within PayPal. And then what you'll receive is you'll receive a URL from PayPal as well. And then once you've created that, you simply set this up. Your product will be here to simply let ClickFunnels know that PayPal has received the money. That's what's going to be happening here. It's just an instant payment notification. And it communicates back and forth with PayPal and ClickFunnels to open up any membership area, deliver any product or whatever it might be that you're selling inside of your membership area with that PayPal. So the next step is actually to go here to the order page. And then you can place a button on the order page or an image. You can place something that says checkout with PayPal. Use the the cart option, the buttons that they provide you, you can add those to the page as well. But in this case, you just simply add either an image or a button and then place your PayPal URL right there. So when a person lands on the page, what will happen is they'll click that and it'll take them offsite to the standard PayPal payment screen you're used to seeing with PayPal. Now, one caveat to this is that when they go to your next page in the funnel, because PayPal will redirect them back to ClickFunnels based off your settings in PayPal, right? You're going to set the URLs up to direct them back to the pages, your thank you page, all and whatnot here in ClickFunnels. But your OTO page will not work with the one-click upsell. They will all, if you have PayPal, so they'll have to actually go back out to the PayPal order form to order any OTOs that you have set up. So you'll also need to set that PayPal process up for the button to take them out to PayPal's order screen and set that up with the OTOs to trigger the purchase as well. So hopefully that helps, makes a little bit of sense. And from the ClickFunnels side, that's how everything is set up. The other portion is set up obviously outside of ClickFunnels and PayPal. So Glenn, did you have any feedback you wanted to share about that?
In regards to Amazon Payment, Amazon Payment does have HTML embed ability, so you are capable of embedding Amazon Payment gateways into sites. I haven't actually tried it within the ClickFunnels system. However, that's something that I can look into. I'm not sure if you're able to report statistics back like you can with webhooks with PayPal, but there is a possibility of that. So I would check out Amazon's developer section and see if that's an option for you. Then as a follow-up, so you would have two buttons, one for Stripe and one for PayPal?
That's correct. It wouldn't technically be Stripe from the visitor's perspective. It would just be either a credit card or PayPal. So they have the choice there to be able to do that. You'll see it if you see any pages, any funnels that you might be hacking, right? Where it says click here to check out with PayPal, and it'll actually take you outside of their site or their payment process to PayPal site. And it adds a level of credibility to your page as well, because obviously PayPal is going to be very picky about who they allow to have the ability to take payments on their platform. So yes, you will have two buttons, and it wouldn't be necessarily unnatural or unnormal for a lot of people who use PayPal primarily. They'll be used to seeing those types of things.
Wonderful. So Daniel would like to know, are both Stripe and Braintree allowing us to integrate with ClickFunnels now if we haven't previously?
Okay, so Braintree, to my knowledge, does not actually integrate with us at this point. We did at one time, so anybody who had a Braintree account previously integrated, those integrations are still connected. But any new Braintree integrations, I don't remember when exactly it started, won't be actually able to be connected. So that's not, I don't even think we can select Braintree in our payment integrations at this point. But I know there is a couple of places in there where you can see Braintree, and that might be why you're looking at that. So hopefully that helps answer that question. Glenn, did you have any feedback about Braintree?
Fantastic. It was actually about 8 months ago, I believe, when we stopped allowing new integrations with Braintree. But if you do have it presently in your account, you will be able to still use that functionality. We have a question from Andrew Rippers today. Did Apple Pay section come out yet? And if it did, how can I add that?
Okay, so Apple Pay is being tested right now, and it is technically sort of rolled out to a portion of users, and it's getting ready to roll out. As far as when that happens, I do not know for sure or have any speculation as to when it might be. But it is being tested, and anything that might be, quirky in it is being worked out as we speak. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of excitement for the future on Apple Pay. Glenn, did you have any feedback on that?
No, sir. Other than the fact that it's with our demo team right now, that's about it. Right now, I don't see any further questions coming through. It looks like we're up to date in the Zoom room, the Q&A, and on Facebook. So feel free, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and enter it into one of those 3 prompts, and we'll get to it promptly.
Good stuff too. So if anybody does, like Glenn said, have any questions, please feel free to enter them now. And out of respect for anybody's time, if we don't have any questions, we'll go ahead and end the webinar at a shorter than usual. But keep in mind, there is a small gap in between the next webinar. It won't be tomorrow. Our next webinar will actually be on Tuesday next week. Of course, same time hourly, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be here to be able to answer anybody's questions about ClickFunnels as well at that point, and go forward from there. So hopefully if you do have any questions now, you're getting those queued up and ready for us to be able to tackle. Glenn, hopefully we do. If not, we can.
We have a few coming in.
Perfect.
First one is, I'm new to ClickFunnels, and my question is, I have 2 companies, and I was wondering if I can use one account or not.
You can, as long as you own both of those companies. Of course, that's you can have up to 3 SMTP servers, for example. You can have up to 3 Stripe accounts, payment processors in your account, as another example. One thing that you want to do is just make sure that you are actually the beneficiary of that company and not running your agency through ClickFunnels for multiple businesses that you don't own. Each of those businesses in that case would then have to have their own ClickFunnels account. And of course, then you can match those accounts and create the funnels within your accounts and share them with them. But if you have 2 businesses that are yours, you can of course run those both from within your ClickFunnels. No harm with that.
Fantastic. Just a caveat to what Drew said, there are 3 SMTPs available for Edison Suite members. For the basic or standard plans, that you only have the ability to add 1 SMTP server. Ben would like to know, could you walk through the basic setup of Backpack using affiliates on a physical product?
Absolutely can. Okay, so the very first thing that you have to have, obviously, is going to be the funnel that you're going to sell your physical product from. Now, as far as the physical product goes, how you ship that out, how you handle that, of course, is up to you. And we'll use this funnel as an example. So the first thing that we're going to need to do in this particular funnel is we're going to need to add 2 pages. One of them pages is going to be, not ringing in your ear, but one of those pages is going to be the affiliate page for the affiliate access. The other one is going to be the affiliate page for your affiliates to log into their affiliate area to get them. So we'll go ahead and add these now. First thing is going to be affiliate access. And right here, you'll see both of those pages under the affiliate tab. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Just grab a random template just for demonstration purposes. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to add an affiliate area. So we're going to go ahead and add the next step. Login. That's what we'll call that one. Oops. Affiliate area. So in this case, this is going to be the dashboard, which our affiliates will see. So we'll just randomly select a template from there as well. So now that we have these 2 pages, inside of Backpack, there's going to be 3 steps that we're going to need to complete. First thing we're going to need to do is come up with a commission plan. A commission plan basically is how much you're going to pay each affiliate for the sale that they generate. Okay, so the first thing we'll do here is we'll go into our commission plan. And in this case, as you can see, we have a few demos. Okay, but we'll create another one and we'll call this demo. Oops. Here you set the currency. Of course, you can only use US dollars with respect to Backpack at this point in time. This right here, your status is either active or inactive. In this case, we're going to keep it active because we want it to show. If we want to set this as our default commission plan, we can do that here so that any type of affiliate plan we create within our account, this is automatically the one that it defaults to. And we can have multiple commission plans associated with our account as well. It just depends on what percentage we want to pay individuals here. So in this case, we're just going to leave that off. And do we want our commissions to expire? For example, if we wanted to put a date here, 180 days being after 6 months, if somebody doesn't claim their money, we assume they don't want it. So we can go ahead and set that to expire or to not expire. And in this case, we'll just leave that off as well. So we'll create that commission plan. So now that we have that commission plan, we can associate it with an affiliate. So an affiliate is going to be the person who sells the product. So now that we have that, the next step right here, we just go to our affiliate type. We can create a new affiliate type, and this one we'll call it the same thing. And we can set this again as the default affiliate type. So if somebody automatically registers for an affiliate program that we're operating through this account, what we can do is we can set it up to where every single one of them starts off as a specific affiliate type, and we can upgrade them later if we choose to. That's an option that's up to you. So in this case right here, we'll go ahead and create this particular affiliate type. Now that we have our affiliate types, we would need the affiliate funnel. That's what we did earlier. So to have our funnel show up here, you'll notice that these funnels right here are already marked as affiliates, but the one that we're working on as of today is not showing up here. The reason for that is because we have yet to toggle it to be an affiliate related funnel. So what we need to do is go back to our funnel. And then up here in the settings tab, we're going to go ahead and scroll to our backpack settings, and we're going to toggle those two on. As you can see right here, there's a little toggle. We'll go ahead and select that. And then we can select the commission plan that we just created inside of our account. So right here's our demo 2.1 that we had just created. Now our affiliate manager, if we wanted to put the email there, we could do that as well. I'll just leave that blank for now and then update those settings. Now when we go back to our backpack, you're going to notice that we will have the affiliate funnel that we can associate. So here's our demo funnel right here. So this is going to be the affiliate funnel. We click on that, brings us over to our funnel. So now we're going to go back to backpack. And then what we would want to do is we were going to want to set our commission plan to the value that we want to pay our commissions out to. So go right here. We're going to go ahead and edit this particular, okay. So now that we're inside the editor, you can see that we have a bunch of different affiliate types. Each of these will have different plans that we can add to it. In this case, what we're going to do is just add a new affiliate type. We'll walk you through this. So this affiliate type is going to be our demo type for February 1st. Okay? And we're going to set that in there, and voila. Boom. So now we have that. Well, actually, two. We just created additional one that's behind them. It helps. So now this case, we can indicate how much we want to pay that person. So if we're selling a physical product, maybe we want to do this as a fixed num for our particular offer. So in this case, let's say we're going to give each person $5 for selling that, and then we're going to wait 1 month before payout. In this case, maybe we'll wait 2 months because we have a 30-day refund period, maybe a 60-day refund period. We want to make sure that the members that they're selling to do not refund before we pay out the commission. That's what we're going to do there. Now we add that schedule to our list, and you can see right here that anytime an affiliate labeled demo 2.1 it sells that particular product in that funnel, they're going to be paid $5. Now what will happen here for our affiliates when they go into their account? Okay, so they'll create the account first right here. So you'll send out the secret sign-up URL for that person to be able to create their account. Once they've created their account, they'll log in. They'll be able to see the dashboard, which will look very similar to this, except for it will have statistics all over it about what they've been promoting. So right here's the default affiliate link, which will be the very first link in the funnel. You can add whatever link you want. So if you wanted to send them to a specific page in the funnel, or if you wanted to give your affiliates the opportunity to send them directly to order pages or whatnot, you can set that up here just by adding a new one and then setting the URL to the page right here. Be sure to make sure that there's no additional spaces or characters in that, otherwise the URLs aren't going to work appropriately. Just make sure that it's the URL itself. You don't need anything affiliate ID related that'll automatically append to the back of the URL that shows here for your affiliates. They'll be able to select the link here in this area on the page. So if you have multiple links for them, it'll be a drop-down menu they can select it from. They can add any tracking codes that they want so that they know what ads are performing where, if that's what they're choosing to do. Creating a custom link, they can make it pop-ups, all types of things here. Now in this case right here, this is where it's going to show the important information. This is the number of visitors that they've sent and how many customers they've created and how much they've earned through that program. Down here in this particular area, you can see that there's places for you to create your collateral, stuff for them to be able to market with, that you've approved for them to use. And of course, you can edit this and change this to anything that you like using, obviously, ClickFunnels basic editor. So hopefully that helps give you a little bit of insight and a walkthrough as to how Backpack works without going too fast for you. Keep in mind, we do have some articles that'll walk through this stuff as well. And of course, if you do have questions specifically about any steps, you can ask here, or you can reach out to our support team for further assistance. So if you have anything else, let me know. Glenn, did you have anything you wanted to share?
Leave it at that with that complexity. And if you have any further questions, welcome them to submit a support request. And if anyone was curious, that was actually success calling, just waiting for you to pick up the phone. John would like to know, I've tried several times to upload about 1,900 contacts from LinkedIn, and it only seems to get about 80 or 90. Is there any way to check that?
Okay. The first thing I would do is go through the list and make sure that they're not duplicate contacts, right? Second thing I would do if there's something wrong with that is reach out to our support team so they can go in and take a look specifically at what might be going on there, and go forward from there. On off the top of my head, that's about all I could think of. Glenn, did you have anything that would be glaringly obvious that you might know?
Yeah, I would go ahead and submit that to our support team with the CSV file itself, and then they can look at how you're possibly mapping it and uploading it to see if that's an issue. Other than that, that's pretty much what I would suggest. We do have a follow-up question about having two companies within one account. What about custom domains? Within a standard account, you can have up to 3 domains. With Edison Suite, you have the ability to have unlimited domains within that. Within a ClickFunnels account, you do have the ability to have 1 free domain with your account. We have a question from Kirk Jones coming in. Could you please show us how to deliver a pre-recorded video as a part of an opt-in funnel? The promise for the opt-in is to send them a video on a subject that you have stored on the cloud somewhere. Does ClickFunnels use a cloud service to store recorded videos? And if so, what is that service?
Okay. So as far as your video, if you have that stored on, for example, in Amazon S3, or YouTube or Vimeo or wherever it is that your video is currently at, and you wanted to send that video to them, there's actually a number of ways that you could do that. You could send the link to the video directly to them in an email, by just simply setting up a simple opt-in form and then having in the automation tab here, depending on if you have the Edison Suite, you can set it up in Actionetics, but here in the automation tab, you can create an email, and that email will contain the link that you'd send out. Of course, you need your SMTP server set up in your account settings here to be able to send that email out. Now, the second way to do it, and actually personally, my recommended way, or my favorite way, I guess you'd call it, would be to, on the thank you page, just embed the video. So the person will exchange their email address here on the opt-in page. Then on the thank you page, it will have a video player, and they'll be able to watch the video right there in their browser or on their phone, whatever it might be that they're using. Then in this case here on the thank you page, just to kind of give you an idea as to how that would look, we'll go ahead and click the editor button. And we're going to add a video element to this page. There's other pages that you can use as well that are like video sales letter style. But in this case, it's just add the video to the thank you page just for that. So we'll go ahead and click here. And now we have a video element that we've added on. That's quite simple, wouldn't you say? Go ahead and click that element. And then right here, we can custom embed by simply placing the embed code for that video that's provided generally by the host. If you have Vimeo, YouTube, for example, you can place those here. But also, if you have YouTube, you can just simply click the YouTube, place the URL right there, and that's going to give you that option. Alternatively, Vimeo and Wistia do the same thing. If you're sharing your video via Amazon, for example, right here, the HTML5, you can simply just put the URL to that video, and then your Amazon video will play right there, or whatever host you are using it is in MP4 format. So hopefully that helps. And if you have any questions about that, please fire away. We'll be happy to answer them. Glenn, did you have anything to share about that?
Fantastic. That would be the primary way that I would suggest as well. If you are dead set on sending out the email and didn't want it on your thank you page, you could always just either embed the URL in the email. Obviously, you can't autoplay or have a video in the email, or you can provide a link back to a ClickFunnels page you have set up separately with the video embedded there. So there's plenty of options. Really, the sky's the limit for your imagination. Checking to see if we have any further questions coming in. I do not see any in the Zoom chat with Q&A or in the Facebook community group. So we have about 11 minutes left today. If anyone has any further questions, please feel free to let us know. We have a question from Ben. What is the most amount of leads a person has brought into a funnel in a day?
That is a really good question. I wouldn't be able to give you an answer off the top of my head, but I can tell you it's in the 5 figures or more with some of our account holders that are top producers. There's just insane amounts of lead generation happening. So, I mean, if your questions revolved around what is the capacity, how big can you go, the sky is the limit. Because as your needs grow, obviously, so do ours. We grow with that together. So there's a lot of really heavy hitters that use ClickFunnels for their businesses and are generating quite a few. In fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last update that I'm aware of, we had 202 Two Comma Club recipients, which is just simply, that means that 202 people have created a funnel that has generated 2 commas, which is $1 million or more on the ClickFunnels platform. So that's kind of gives you some scope if that's what you were looking for. Hopefully that helps. But Glenn, did you have any feedback you wanted to share about that?
The exciting part about what you just said about the Two Comma Club is I think that was a few weeks ago when that statistic came out. And since I have seen several people post up unboxing videos, which is obtaining their actual plaque. So that's super exciting. Ben, that would probably be a great question to ask our Facebook community group, drumming up some conversation there. Other than that, that's pretty much the only method that I would know of obtaining that information from the individuals themselves, because obviously we're not able to share personal information from accounts, especially every Q&A. Checking to see if there's any more questions coming in, and I do not see, oh, I see one from Emmanuel. What happens if you send an email to several lists and there's the same email address in 2 or more lists? Will they receive only 1 or more?
Okay. So for example, if you have multiple products that you're selling and you have that same person, you have a really loyal person who likes to buy all your stuff, and they do that, and you send a broadcast email to all your lists. I'm assuming this is framing the question correctly. If those people are subscribed to multiple lists, they will receive the same email multiple times. The system's not going to prevent one person on one list from receiving, even if they have already. I don't have any more detail on that, but other than that, they will, because they're on the different list, receive the email.
A great option for preventing this from happening is creating a smart list where there's different parameters. Say if someone has purchased a product from one funnel and you have a product in another funnel, you could merge all the contacts into a single list via smart list parameters. So that's one way of achieving only one email being sent when a person otherwise would have multiple submissions on multiple lists. And I do not see any further questions yet.
Okay. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we do have roughly 7 minutes or so left. So I'll kind of ramble on for a little bit so everybody can queue up any questions that you might have with relation to ClickFunnels or anything we've covered so far. But if not, then of course we'll end the webinar early to prevent us from just kind of hanging out and not taking over the world with our funnel. But it's always a pleasure having everybody here. We appreciate you coming out, dealing with our technical issues and all the wonderful stuff that we have going on, and really bringing us your tough questions, because I'll be honest, sometimes I cannot answer the questions you ask. they're that good. So we appreciate those because they really make us think about, obviously where we can improve our knowledge to be able to improve your experience as a ClickFunnels member as well. So with that being said, hopefully, Glenn, do we have more questions rolling in?
We do have a few. What is the most efficient way for a new beginner to learn to use ClickFunnels for its full potential?
Okay, so number one is take a look at the funnel game. Okay, so the first thing that you do here when you log into your ClickFunnels account, at the very top, you will see here that there is a funnel game. You can resume playing, in which case you can see that this particular one has a couple of spots that are grayed out. This means they have not been visited by this particular account owner, but we have finished up these first 2. So when you start up in the funnel game here, you have, first off, a welcome video. This is the very first one, obviously. And it tells you a couple of things to do, and you get a gift. So you're gonna get a free t-shirt, obviously, for being a member here of ClickFunnels, and then continue to go through all the way through that funnel game through to the end. It's going to walk you through all of the steps, all of the philosophies and things like that behind a lot of the most popular webinars, or not webinars, funnels, things like that people are using, and really give you a good insight as to what ClickFunnels is all about. Now, the second place that you can go is going to be the Facebook community. Obviously, there's well over 100,000 people in the community who are geniuses in this market, and if you look at some of the funnels that are being put up, it's outstanding. So there's a lot of stuff that you can run into there that will bring benefit to you. You can also get completely totally overwhelmed with information if you're not careful. So once you've completed the funnel game, and my personal favorite thing to do to learn how to do this or anything really is just to roll up my sleeves and dive in, because you'll learn so much more by doing than studying any day of the week. And once you have a base foundation of knowledge, which you will attain by going simply through the funnel game there, you can really go out there and do some damage with your funnel. So hopefully that kind of gives you some starting points. Glenn, did you have any feedback on starting points?
In addition to the ClickFunnels game, great place to start. A place that helped me start learning ClickFunnels in the system was actually looking at other people's funnels and then trying to funnel hack them myself and build them out as close as possible. And that helped me a lot with learning the intricacies of the system. Zachary would like to know, how would I import a list from a CSV?
Okay, so the first thing, obviously you have your list. It is in CSV format. I'm going to assume that you have Actionetics. So we'll go here to Actionetics under the Contacts tab. Now, obviously, if you don't have Actionetics, then the import feature still works. It just works at the funnel level. But right here where it says Import Contacts, what you do is just simply click on that, and you'll choose the file that you have here. Once you've chosen your CSV, it's going to take you to the next screen. Now, I'm not on my computer personally, so I'm not going to click this button because I don't know what's going to pop up. But if once you've chosen your CSV, it's going to take you to the next screen where you're simply going to map the fields. And then you click the upload button, and it will upload the contacts from that particular file. And then obviously, if you have any issues with that, if something doesn't work the way that you would expect it to, clicking on the little Get Help icon right down here, that will take you to our support team, and they are standing by 24 hours a day to be able to assist you in anything that you run into. So they'll be able to take a look at your report and see if there's anything that they notice about it that might be causing any delays or any issues with the upload itself. So hopefully that helps. Glenn, did you have any feedback you wanted to share?
No, sir. That was very thorough and concise. Daniel would like to know, how can you clone a page in one funnel and add it to another?
Okay. So what you'll want to do is create a page template. So the first thing that you would do is obviously create the page like you have. And then once you've done that, go in here and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Okay. So here under Editor, let's say we want to take this page and we want to make this a template. This is already a template, but just in case we did, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and go to the general underneath the settings. And that's going to allow us to have save as a template. Okay, so once we've saved this as a template, we can go out and we can go into our account settings. And then right under here where it says My Templates, we can open this up. And then we'll be able to see email templates or page templates. Now, right here, you're going to see the different types of pages that you have created. You can simply hover over those, and you'll see the different templates that you're creating. And each template that you create is going to be related to the page type. So keep that in mind. So if you create a template of an opt-in page, that's going to be found once you've enabled it. So you can go in here, let's say, for example, we want to make this our official template. So we'd go in here and we can enable this by simply checking this little box right here. This one's already enabled, but if this was not enabled, we would check that box and then it would show up in our options for when we're selecting templates for those specific pages. So here, if we go into our editor, and so I'll add a new step and we'll go to template demo. And then under opt-in, right here, you can scroll down. You should be able to find the template that you created mixed in here with the individual. So here's my cool opt-in page. Here's all those templates that we were just seeing. They're in the template manager. So that is how you would create a new page that's mirroring a page in another funnel, is by converting it to a page template. Hopefully that helps. Glenn, did you have any feedback that you wanted to share about that?
Fantastic. No, sir. Emmanuel would like to know, could you show us how to use the stats in the home page?
I'm sorry, what was the first thing?
Could you show him how to use the stats in the home page?
Stats. Okay, I got you. All right, so here on the page. So here, if you're looking at these stats, right out here, I'm assuming these statistics right there. These ones I'm assuming you're talking about?
I believe so.
Okay. So this is actually going to be your favorited funnels right here. So, and in my account, I have not personally been able to get this to activate. Glenn, do you know how to turn this particular portion on so that you can see it?
As far as adding and subtracting funnels to?
That's here in the favorite funnels, right? Where you, so
Yes.
basically what you'd want to do if you wanted to
I think
track
if you
this.
go to the funnel drop-down menu, so if you go back to the home page, then there's that drop-down. You can select the chart or by favorite in it. There's a drop-down right in the middle, right above where it says your ClickFunnels dashboard. You click that.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Or try searching for one, rather. And then you can click the chart option or favorite it.
Perfect. So what you do is, like Glenn just described, you go here and search there, and then you can click that little chart right there, and that will add the statistics for that particular funnel to this particular dashboard. And then this will show a quantified version of all of the pages that you have here with page views, opt-ins, and the sales on those pages. So it'll give you an overall of your account for the main funnels that you're working with. So hopefully that helped answer that question, and we'll go from there.
Daniel would like to know, can you test order pages from going from one page in the funnel to the next if you haven't integrated a payment processor?
So an order page, you want a payment processor to process the payment on. So if you wanted, theoretically, if you wanted the person to go from that page to the next page in the funnel, you would simply take the action for the submit button and put the URL on that. So I'll kind of show you what that means inside of a funnel here. So on the order page here, if we were to open up the editor, now this page is set to submit form on this particular one, and this form will not submit without the credit card. But let's say we want this to go to the next page in the funnel. We would simply set the action to go to the next step in the funnel. So if a person clicked on it, it will go to the next page. But keep in mind, this will completely break the page. It's not going to work at all if a person does want to submit their credit card information into that page. So for example, if you wanted to have them go to another page in the funnel and still be able to complete their order, you'd want to add an additional button that says no thanks or skip this step or something of that nature. And then you could put the URL to that or the next page in the funnel or whatever it was that you were attempting to accomplish by doing that. But if you change the functionality of this particular button, it's not going to submit any of the information on the page. So just keep that in mind. If you were to do that, nobody will be able to submit any orders. So hopefully that helps.
Fantastic. And Ben has a question. How do you clean a list in Action Edit, i.e. all of the emails in a list that have hard bounced or unsubscribed?
Okay. So the best way to do that is, number one, is to compare your bounced emails from your SMTP server to the list in ActionEdX that you're sending to. So you would need, number one is you would need a file from your SMTP server, whoever you're using, and then you would need to download the list from within ActionEdX. Once you've downloaded that, you can cross-reference the people who have bounced on the list from your SMTP provider with the list that is on you downloaded from ActionEdX, and then take the people out who have, and then upload the one that has the clean email addresses on it. That's how I would do it. Glenn, did you have any more?
I would probably end up doing the same thing. I'd end up exporting the file into each other and then doing a function to be able to sort them next to each other. And then I'd end up deleting whatever was bounced or unsubscribed, and then I would just delete that column and re-upload it to a new list. Takes a little bit of trickery, but that would probably be the easiest method with the least manual labor. I don't see any further questions coming in for today, and it looks like we are just around 1650. So I would like to thank everyone for coming out and joining us today, and welcome you guys to join us next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, once again at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Outstanding, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up and sharing your questions with us. We always appreciate them, as we have mentioned previously in the webinar, and we will see you guys next week, same time. Have a great day.